So you've decided to try Leetcode. Congratulations. Welcome to the software engineering version of Fight Club, except instead of throwing punches, you're throwing runtime errors at your sanity. If you've ever stared at a simple binary tree problem for 2 hours while questioning every life decision that got you here, don't worry, you're not alone. This is the shared trauma of the dev community. Leetcode, if you're lucky enough to not know, is a platform full of coding problems that companies, especially the big fancy ones, use to screen candidates. Not to test if you're good at writing scalable code, mind you, but to see if you can reverse a linked list on command like some kind of algorithmic magician. It's like the Olympics for computer science majors, except you don't get a medal, just carpal tunnel and a rejection email from Google. And yeah, we all start out thinking it's just practice. Just some warm-up problems before the big interview, but somewhere between problem 30 and 300, the realization hits. This has nothing to do with your actual job. Because out in the real world, no one is asking you to sort a rotated array in olog end time while the backend's on fire, and the product manager is asking if the font looks startup-y enough. Leetcode rewards memorization, not real understanding. You end up brute-forcing solutions, memorizing patterns like you're cramming for a college final, hoping the next problem is just another variation of the two-sum classic. And don't even get me started on the difficulty labels. Easy problems? Yeah, if you're a cyborg raised on assembly code and caffeine tablets. Medium means it's going to ruin your evening, and hard means you should have just gone to med school like your parents wanted. It doesn't stop there. Once you fall into the grind, Leetcode starts to eat at your confidence. You finish a 100-day streak, feel great, then completely blank in an interview when someone asks you to implement a try. Suddenly you're spiraling. Am I actually cut out for this? Why can't I remember how to merge intervals? The pressure to perform, to be
stronger, smarter, better.
It wears you down. Some devs report serious burnout, especially when juggling jobs, school, or just, being a human. You start to equate your worth with your ability to code under fake pressure using fake problems that no one ever solves in real life. It's imposter syndrome, but in Leetcode form. Like a boss fight, you can't win because the game keeps changing the rules. And here's the worst part. You still have to do it. Yep. You can rant, meme, scream, and cry, but if you want to land a job at a big tech company, there's still a 90% chance they'll hit you with design and LRU cash in the first 10 minutes.
Who the starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
You could show them a full-stack app, beautifully written, tested, and deployed with CI/CD pipelines, and they'll be like, cool, now code a red-black tree. On a whiteboard with a marker that doesn't work. We hate it, but we do it, because it works.
That's what they want you to think.
There are alternatives like building projects, system design prep, or doing real-world open-source work. But those rarely replace Leetcode. They just decorate it. It's like putting whipped cream on a Brussels sprout. Looks better, still sucks. So yeah, every dev ends up hating Leetcode. But you know what they don't hate? This segment to our sponsor, Mobbin. Good design matters, even if the pixel police take it too far. That's where Mobbin comes in.
I got you, homie!
The world's biggest app design library with over 500,000 real-world screens from over 1,200 top apps. Whether you're a designer, PM, or dev, Mobbin helps you find UI inspiration, benchmark competitors, and study, best practices for buttons, forms, layouts, and flows. No paywalls, no endless scrolling, just clean categorized design examples, and even a Figma plugin for instant exports. Oh, and it's free to try. Links in the description. Go get inspired the legal way. Oh, and before I go, I must absolutely tell you that